Welcome back. From the White House to Main Street, President Trump is making the American worker and American jobs a top priority. Labor Secretary Lori Chavez-DeRemer is crossing the country, meeting with American workers and manufacturers, promoting the president's agenda, job growth, and provisions in the big, beautiful bill, benefiting the American worker. Labor Secretary Lori Chavez-DeRemer joins me right now. Secretary, it's great to have you this morning. Thank you so much for being here.
Good to see you, Maria.
What have you been hearing from workers and business owners that you've been meeting with? What are their priorities? And how are they feeling?
Yeah, thank you. I'm 33 states into my 50-state tour. And what was important is to be out on the ground and really bring back to the president and this administration all of the hard work that the president's been doing and how that's translating on the ground. And, you know, what we're seeing is the consumer confidence is up. Business owners are excited about the trade deals that the president has made to close that trade deficit gap. And they now want more money at a cheaper rate to invest in their workforce. And that's what we're seeing on the ground. We need this manufacturing sector to grow. We need to understand that these companies who are investing in the United States, who are reshoring and onshoring, that they're going to need that workforce, and we're going to need those dollars invested into skilling that workforce. And so it's been incumbent upon me to travel around the country and understand exactly where the missing link is and how to skill this workforce, you know, really for the next 20 years and how we grow this economy.
Secretary, let me ask you where the jobs are right now. For our audience watching, looking to understand where they should be looking in terms of job opportunities. I know healthcare, nurses, and lots of healthcare-related jobs have been very prominent the last few years. Is that still the case? Is it technology and healthcare or somewhere else? Tell us where the jobs are.
Well, what we're seeing on the ground is certainly we see the numbers come in, and we've seen that in healthcare, as you mentioned, in technology. But what the focus is, especially on this tour, is the trade sector, the skills gap that we're seeing with our construction workers, our welders, our electricians. We know that we're going to need those to build these facilities, whether they're data centers, manufacturing facilities. So that's where I'm working very closely with our community colleges, our technical schools, you know, to answer the market demands on the ground where they, you know, understand that not everybody's going to have that four-year degree, Maria. We want to make sure that we're earning while we learn, and that's what we've been focused on with the Make America Skilled Again grant dollars, that we're working with our respective states to get those dollars in their hands in order to understand that it's just a little quarter turn for a lot of these workers in order for them to be on the job and be there quickly. I've been working very closely with Administrator Loeffler and certainly Secretary McMahon, as we've done agreements together to share data points, what's important, and you'll see us on the road together to make sure that we have the education in their hands, have the skilled workforce, so that we can present that workforce to the small businesses across this country.
Well, President Trump has been investigating the Bureau of Labor Statistics after multiple jobs report revisions sparked concerns for inaccurate data. What can you tell us about this? The latest report showing a mixed jobs report. May's number was revised down to 19,000. June seeing a loss of 13,000 jobs. Only 22,000 jobs were added in August. So what is the story with all these revisions, and can we trust these numbers?
Well, I think that's the question that the president was asking, is why couldn't we have learned from this last administration and understand what they were and what they weren't doing? And that was the question that he had with BLS. You know, they're independent of the Department of Labor, but we certainly count on accurate data. The American people are counting on accurate data, as well as the markets. Those are the numbers that, you know, we expect to be modernized and streamlined and really almost in real time. And so, you know, with the firing of the BLS commissioner last month, and now with the nomination of a new commissioner after confirmation, I'm looking forward to working with him to understand where this data is collected and how accurate it is. You know, anytime we see a revision of 911,000 jobs, it really proves how weak the jobs market was under the last administration, under the Biden administration. And that's why the president has been so adamant with the Fed and Jerome Powell to lower those interest rates. That might have been done previous had we not had these major revisions. So I'm looking forward to working with the new commissioner and understanding how we can better capture accurate data points that matter to these markets and matter to, you know, the American economy.
The president has also been prioritizing artificial intelligence, making sure the U.S. is the capital of the world in this regard. But we know that as AI plays out, it's going to replace jobs. It's going to replace humans. So I guess, you know, I know that the last time we were faced with a big market-moving change in technology, everybody said the same thing. Look, there will be different jobs, right? And that's certainly the way it played out. So you don't want to be afraid of new technology and afraid of things changing because new jobs will be created. So how do you see that? Should there be a federal policy on creating jobs for those people who will be left out as AI replaces their positions?
Well, I think anytime that there's something here to stay, there shouldn't be any fear factor along with it. Understanding it, I think, is the key, and that's what the president has done. I sit on the AI task force, and you saw that last week with the First Lady, that the initiative there is to educate our newest workforce on AI, have them be literate and proficient. And those are the dollars that we're also getting out through our skills grants. We want to make sure that we are winning the AI race. That has been at the direction of the president, because if the United States doesn't do it, another country will. So we want to make sure that our workforce is proficient and literate. And so we're going to keep working hard. We are never going to displace the American worker with AI. We're going to assist our American businesses with streamlining really the technology and assisting them. And so what we don't want, and I think that this is what's important, is to understand that we do not want our workers competing against each other. We want them all trained in AI so that they can have those applications as they move forward in this economy. You're right, we are adaptable. We're an adaptable people. We're adaptable to the United States so that we can compete. And we've done well at that in past history, and we'll continue to do well at that in the future. And I think AI is just here to stay, and we are going to make the moves that we need so that the workforce is trained and ready to go.
Yeah, and I know President Trump has been walking two tracks. On the one track, ensuring that we've got skills for those people wanting jobs in AI, whether it's data or data analytics or engineering, but also in energy, which will power that up, but also in trade schools. We need more electricians. We need more plumbers. So there's that as well. Secretary, great to have this conversation with you. I hope you'll come back soon so that we can talk more about it. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Maria. You have a great day.
And to you, Secretary, thank you.